Japanese group, give me a fact in reference to commercial, in reference to a gunpowder, or in reference to Protestant, in reference to any of those revolutions. Gotta go.
Alright, okay, with the Gunpowder Revolution we were talking about how the former way to attack like castles and stuff was to surround, cut off resources, and bleed out the people till they're dry.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. The number one way prior to the Gunpowder Revolution, that's all I need, was to surround them and starve them out. So, Alex's group, you're next. Give me a fact.
About what?
About
Anything.
4.
Okay, the Gunpowder Revolution basically said, alright, did they mention China?
What's that?
No,
Okay, yeah. So it was gunpowder was invented in China. The revolution lasted from 1300 to 1650.
Okay, gunpowder was invented in China. That's all I need. Just one fact. Precious's group, give me a fact.
What? Us?
Yes.
Okay. The commercial was based off of trade and taxes between the kings and the merchants of the surrounding countries.
Okay, what do you mean trade and taxes? What was the point?
Well, it used to be that the kings would just tax all the poor people more and more and more, but they didn't have anything to tax. So instead, they started to decrease those taxes and allow the merchants to trade more and increase their revenue by taxing. They taxed the merchants more than the peasants.
Okay, the commercial revolution was indeed based on the idea that if you created that merchant class, you would be able to gain more taxes, and if you gain more taxes, certainly you'd be able to gain more power as ruler. Don't know that they did necessarily decrease, so I'll let you go on that one, but certainly this was a way to increase it. Okay, this is John's group. Give me a fact.
During the Protestant Reformation, Martin Luther is the one that tried to persuade to break off from the Catholic Church, because at that point, like, the Catholic Church was kind of like in control of like most of Europe, and then after they broke off, it became all like nations became sovereign, which means
y'all can interrupt her.
Okay, we were supposed to talk about something else.
Did you
She just started talking.
Okay, go ahead. Give me. I'm waiting for a fact.
It was
Gotta go fast though.
The birthplace of absolute monarchy was the Protestant
After the 30 Years War.
the sovereignty.
Okay, which one is it? Sovereignty? Absolute monarchy? What do we want to say?
absolute monarchy.
We're
The
going to
right
absolute
for
monarchy.
individual states to determine themselves for policies, and they didn't have to listen to the Catholic Church.
Okay, that's actually true. As soon as the Catholic Church, as soon as the Catholic
It's about the sovereignty.
As soon
they
as-
didn't have to listen to the Pope anymore.
Okay, I'll wait. As soon as the Catholic Church fell off with its influence, the idea was that you as a leader were free to use within your borders whatever you wanted, which indeed was really the beginning of sovereignty. Yes, I will go with that. Very long-winded, but I'll go with that. What's that?
I didn't get what she said before the
I'll tell you what, if she repeats it, it's going to take about 3 more minutes.
simplify what she said.
You know what? The most important thing to know is sovereignty. Sovereignty. The
Martin
beginning...
Luther.
No. It's on tape. I'll hit some next time. Okay, May's group, give me a fact.
The Gunpowder Revolution, only larger states had land and wealth necessary to conduct war and defend themselves in gunpowder age. The result was a military dynamic favoring larger political units.
Okay, so in the beginning, if you remember that first map, there were so many smaller units, smaller countries, if you will, but they could be easily taken with the Gunpowder Revolution. So what ended up happening, the result was you needed to have larger states in order to be able to defend yourselves. Absolutely. Daphne's group, go ahead, give me a fact. Gotta go.
All right. With the Protestant Revolution, they changed from the idea of fighting for material things to fighting for ideas.
Yeah, they did. I'll totally go with that. With that, and you're talking ideas being religion at this point. Previously, they fought for land, they fought for gold, they fought for all sorts of things. Now it was ideas, and that's typically bloodier. Give me a fact in the back.
The revolution led to the 30 Years' War, mostly in German states, ending with the Peace of Westphalia in 1648.
Okay, that's all true, but do you want me to test you on that? Give me a fact.
It's still a fact.
4, 3.
It was between, the Pope was the Antichrist.
One of the questions. Martin Luther did in his translation, basically said that the Pope was the Antichrist. I'll go with that. Very specific. It's one of the questions from the chapter, so that's I can take that one. Give me a fact.
Are we allowed to talk about Lebanon, and they're